हेलो। हाँ, मैं कल एक आज का पे कॉल करता हूँ आपको। हो गया मेरा, मैं कॉल करता हूँ। ओके।
Rajesh, we are live. You may start.
Good afternoon, students, and good afternoon, sir. We welcome each one of you for the next moderator session. Dear learners, this session is especially designed for you so that you have a right idea from the point of view of the moderators. They will guide you on how to complete your paper in limited span of time and also the weightage of each topic. This will enable you to plan your studies in such a way that studies will seem to be easier for your understanding. You will be aware about the most likely mistakes that students normally tend to do, and this can enable you to avoid silly mistakes. Our next session is Maths, and we welcome Santosh Nair sir to preside over the session. Well, Santosh Nair sir has been connected with Maharashtra State Board as examiner for 12 years and as a moderator for 8 years. Sir has vast knowledge on the subject and will surely guide you well as far as solving maths paper is concerned. Once sir has done with presiding, I would request the dear learners to post your queries in the comment section mentioning your name and school name. Thank you. Sir, mic is all yours.
Okay, mic is on. Okay, students, I'm audible. I'm audible, no?
Yes, sir, you're audible. You may continue.
Okay. Okay, see, basically we'll start with geometry first because I'm a geometry moderator. Correct. We'll first go to the paper pattern. Correct. Geometry first, paper pattern. The geometry and algebra have the same paper patterns. Correct. The first question is MCQ. Now MCQ, 4 marks. Now what you do, many students what they do that they write the whole question and they write the answer. Sometimes they write only the option number. Correct. Actually, what now the board people expect from you to write the correct answer. Suppose A, B, C, D. Suppose B is the right answer. So B, write B and the answer what is following B. Both you write down. So what there will be no confusion. Correct? Understood? Then, so I'll repeat again, MCQ, correct? First, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option that correct option you write down, and the answer which is there in the correct option that you write. That will be your question number 1. Question number 2A, we have 2 activities out of 3 you have to attempt. Correct? Now, out of the 2 activities, the activity means you have to fill up the boxes. Correct? Main thing is that the boxes what you write, that should be right. Correct? And you should put the box also properly. Some people forget to put the box. Correct? Some people consider it, but some examiners don't consider it. So what you do, you put the boxes correctly. And the boxes filled up, the answers in the boxes should be right. That is more important. Got it? Then question number 2B, correct? Solve any 4 out of 2. That are simple 2 mark questions there, correct? And the final answer, what you do now? Final answer you put in a box, correct? Okay. Then question number 3A, we got activity. Again, any one activity we have to do. Any one activity we have to do, correct? So in that also boxes are very important. Fill the correct box and don't forget to put the boxes. Boxes are very important, correct? And make your question paper, answer paper presentable. Everywhere try, even there, if you don't write given to prove, that is okay, but diagram compulsory you draw. Diagram is more important, correct? Question number 1, MCQ write in 1 page. Question number 2A, if it gets over in the mid of the page, start question number 2B in the next page. Every new question start from a new page, correct? It's not compulsory, but what it makes you more presentable, correct? More your presentation is better, the examiners will have a better impression about you, and maybe he will give you more mark. Correction will become little lenient. That's why. Question number 2, activity, don't forget to, after writing the answer, wherever boxes are there, put the boxes. Correct. Same thing for question number 3. Correct. Then question number 3b, solve any two again. There also final answer, keep on always every question, write the final answer properly. Correct. Question number 4a, solve any 2 out of 3. 4 marks each it is. Okay. So in that what happens, mostly what little bit twisted questions comes. So, but what happened, they are based on textual concept only. Mostly you can expect a construction question in that. So construction, especially the first exercise. The first exercise sums are very good to come for 4 marks. Okay. Our in second exercise, that chord, drawing a tangent without using center. Chord is given, radius is given, and drawing tangent without using center. That questions are important. Correct. That type of question is important. And you can expect a question from circle and mensuration. So these are the 3 good questions for question number 4. So practice these lessons more better. I'll tell you the weightage afterwards. And question number 5, you can expect from either circle, similarity, circle or similarity. There you can get one expected question, or trigonometry one question you can get there. Question number 5, any one question at attempt out of 3. And question number 4, always try to write the final answer. Final answer should always be in statement form. Correct. For that, half mark is always there. And every question start in a new page. Okay. Now chapter wise, if you see similarity in geometry, similarity chapter, circle chapter, and mensuration chapter. These 3 chapters are the most important chapter. They carry more weightage. If these 3 chapters also you do nicely, easily you can cover nearly 30 to 36 marks. Correct. Similarity, circle, and mensuration. Last year mensuration was omitted, but this year it is there. So similarity, then circle, and then mensuration. These 3 topics you have to do more nicely because they cover nearly 30 to 36 marks. After this, once this is thorough with you all, then go for construction. Construction again carries 10 marks mostly. Correct. So construction again is more important, 4th chapter. Then you are left with Pythagoras and your coordinate geometry. They are the least important lessons. Hardly 7 to 8 marks it comes. But this you can, they are simple sums only. 2 marks, 1 mark question, or hardly a 3 mark question can come in that. Now Pythagoras theorem is important. Pythagoras theorem is important. 1 mark, 2 mark questions from the first exercise. Apollonius theorem sums are very good. Apollonius theorem sums are very important. Correct. That can come for 3 marks. So practice that type of sums. Okay. Then same way in coordinate geometry you have slope sums are easy to do. They can come for 1 or 2 marks. And your second exercise. In second exercise also, internal division formula and that centroid formula sums are important. Okay. Understood? Got an idea about that geometry part? Anything not clear, or you want me to repeat anything, you can just put that in the chat box. So I'll repeat again, geometry, when you're concentrating, practicing geometry, try for these 3 lessons are important. Which are the 3 lessons I told you? Similarity, circle, and mensuration. Similarity, circle, and mensuration are the 3 important topics. Correct. Once that is over, then you go for construction. Because construction is the next important chapter. It can mostly come for 10 marks. And the last topics, coordinate geometry and Pythagoras theorem, are least important. But what happens, you can practice specific sums from that. Like in the first exercise, Pythagorean triplet sums are there. 30, 60, 90 theorem sums are there. 45, 45, 90 theorem sum is there. And the second exercise, we got Apollonius theorem. Correct. In coordinate geometry, you can do that slope wala exercise 5.3. It can come for 1 or 2 marks. And you can do the second exercise, internal division sum and centroid formula sums. That can for 2 to 3 marks. Okay. So this was about geometry. Correct. Now, geometry, one more thing keep in mind. Even it is a 2 mark question or it is a 3 mark question, try to draw diagram wherever possible. for wherever possible, try to draw the diagram, because diagram when you draw, the person can see the diagram and answer the question. Theorems. Now theorems, whenever you do, diagram is compulsory. If you write the whole theorem correctly, but there is no diagram, you are given 0 marks. Correct? So theorem is compulsory. Theorem diagram is compulsory. Okay. In the whole theorem, if you don't draw the diagram, even if your theorem is right, they give you 0 marks. Now theorem, what to do? Similarity theorem, BPT, angle bisector theorem. These two are the better theorems in similarity. BPT theorem, angle bisector theorem. They are the more important theorems, and mostly theorems come by in activity form. Question number 3A it might come, or if you are lucky, you can get a question number 4 also theorem can come. Correct? Then your circle lesson, Pythagoras theorem is also important. Pythagoras lesson, Pythagoras theorem is very, very important. And then in circle lesson, you got tangent drawn from external point equal, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Correct? And then we got is tangent segment theorem, tangent secant segment theorem. These are the 3 important theorems in circle lesson. I'll repeat again. Tangent drawn from external point are equal. Second, I told you was opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. And then I told what? Third was tangent secant segment theorem. Understood? Okay. So this goes about geometry. Then next comes it algebra. Now, algebra, when you do algebra, you have to concentrate on which lesson. Paper pattern is same only. Correct? First MCQs. So when MCQs come, what you do? You write the correct option, B or C, whatever the correct option, and the answer with that. That much. There you don't need to draw any diagram. Even in geometry, also no need to draw any diagram. Just write the correct option and the answer of that option. Okay. Activities put in boxes. And algebra, every sum try to write the final statement. Final statement carries marks in algebra. So every statement, draw it. Correct? Every statement, every sum, try to write the final statement. Okay. Then next, in algebra, which lessons to concentrate? Okay. Algebra, the first thing to concentrate on is linear equation. Linear equation with 2 variables, quadratic equation, and statistics. Last year statistics was omitted, but now this is also a very important topic. Question number 4, you can expect sums from these 3 lessons. Which are the lessons? Linear equation, quadratic equation, and statistics. These are the heavy weightage lessons. Correct? So if these 3 topics also you do nicely, you can easily get nearly 36 marks, 30 to 36 marks from these 3 lessons. 30 to 36 marks you can expect from these 3 lessons. Which are the lessons? Linear equation, quadratic equation, and statistics. Correct? Then what is left is financial planning, arithmetic progression, and probability. Now in these 3 lessons, AP has little more weightage. After this, finishing these 3 lessons, do arithmetic progression. It has nearly 10 marks weightage. Correct? And the least important lessons, even AP and probability, they nearly have nearly 10 mark weightage. 8 to 10 marks weightage they have. Linear equation as well as probability. And the less important lesson is financial planning. So if you are not comfortable with financial planning, you can leave that topic in option. But nothing, scholars don't leave anything in option. Scholars do everything. But those who are little weak student or average student, they can try for, they can leave if they are not comfortable with financial planning. They can leave financial planning. Remaining all, we can attempt it. Correct? But first, when we do practice algebra, go for linear equation, quadratic equation, and statistics. Statistics, histogram, frequency polygon sum is sure to come for 4 marks in question number 4. So practice that nicely. Correct? Understood? Okay. And then you go for your arithmetic progression, and then probability, and last is financial plan. Okay. So this was about your algebra topic. Now, anything you are doubt is there? Anyone? Any doubt? Anything you want to repeat again? Okay. I'll go for then chapter wise in geometry. Geometry is a similarity when you go. Similarity when you do. We'll start with similarity. first three sums, exercise 1.1, the first three sums are very good sums, correct? Teachers, most of the teachers like to give that sum in the exam. So have sum number, exercise practice set 1.1, sum number 1, 2, and 3, correct? Then practice in chapter exercise practice set 1.2. You practice at 1.2 the first question, third question, fifth question, and 10th question. These are the beta questions of that exercise. Correct. This I'm telling the beta sums, which are more important. Like teachers mostly likely to give these questions in the exam. Correct. Then 1.3. 1.3 is a very good exercise. Sum number 4. Sum number 4, 6. Sorry, not 4. 5, 6, 8, 9. These are the beta sums. 5, 6, 8, 9. These are the beta sums. And exercise 1.4, in that the first sum, fourth sum, fifth sum. These are the better sums of similarity. Practice at 1.4. Correct. Now, what happens? Mostly in the exam, correct? Try to attempt more mensuration, trigonometry, coordinate geometry sum, because what happens? They get over very fast. When you go for similarity, circle, and Pythagoras sums, what happens? You have to draw the diagram, you have to write the given to prove, and that lot of time is wasted. When you do mensuration sum, trigonometry sum, coordinate geometry sum, it takes little lesser time. Correct. So try to attempt those questions little more. Correct. Now, if you go for the time management wise, at max paper mostly gets over very fast. Should be able to get over very fast. Attempt with the extras, because when you attempt with the extra, the person checking has an impression that you are a good child. So the correction becomes little lenient for that person. Correct. So question number 1 in algebra also in geometry also. Question number 1, including A and B. Question number 1A and 1B should get over in 10 minutes. Correct. Question number 1A and 1B should get over in 10 minutes. Question number 2A and 2B should again get over in 15 minutes. Sorry, you'll get 20 minutes for question number 2A and 2B, because the total 6 questions to solve. So in 20 minutes, question number 2A and 2B. Question number 3A and 3B, 15 minutes. Question number 4 is 20 minutes. And last question number 5 is for 10 minutes. Correct. Within this time, you have to try to finish it off. In that, if you can do the extra, that time only you do the extra. Or what you do in the end, you write the correct question number and do the extra. Then you get the main answer book in the exam. In algebra, also in geometry, also the last page, total 20 pages, the main answer book you get. So in that 20 pages main answer book, the last page is there you write rough work, and all the rough work you can do there only. Correct? All the rough work you can do there only. Correct? Rough work, last page you keep for rough work. Correct? And then what you do, I gave you the time. First question, 10 minutes. So in the 10 minutes, if you can solve extra there only, solve it. Or in the end, write the correct question number and solve it. Correct? But try to solve the whole paper as possible, along with the extras. When you write extras, what happens? Suppose there are question number 2B. There are solve any 4 out of 6 it is. Suppose you solve all the 6 questions. Suppose your first and the third sum is wrong. So the first and the third is taken extra. The wrong where you have got less marks, that is taken extra. And the other you are given more marks. Understood? Clear? Suppose you solve. Hello? Okay, clear, every one of you? Any other doubt, please let me know. Actually, I'm done with it. So any other thing is that mostly this much only is there. Anything else you can let me know.
Teachers can take up the doubts. Yeah, Akash sir, yeah, teachers can take up the doubts. If students have any queries, teachers can pose the doubts.
Okay, they can post the doubts. I can clear it out.
teachers are requested, if you have any doubt, you may ask that in the chat section. Sir will answer those.
Comment section is turn off. Sir, excuse me, sir.
Tell.
Comment section is turn off.
Yeah, miss, give me a minute. I'll just check. Give me. Yeah, so teachers could unmute and ask your question if there's issue with the chat section. You could unmute and ask your question. Okay, so I think that was it. There are no queries, I think. If there's any query, teachers are requested to please unmute and ask your questions, so that we could, or otherwise we could wrap up the session. Okay, I think there are no queries. Rajeshwari miss, are you here? Rajeshwari miss, are you here?
Sir, actually the YouTube chat box is not
Acha, okay.
it
Just
is
give me a
closed.
minute,
That's why the students are not able
okay,
to pick up
if the teachers have any specific query, they could ask that in the meantime to Santosh sir.
Teachers, kindly, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions. Santosh sir is here to answer all your queries.
In geometry construction lesson. Excuse me, sir.
Tell. I can hear you. You might be telling about rough diagram, I think so.
Construction lesson. Diagram is carries how many marks, and that
the rough diagram you are expected to draw only in 4-mark question. Other questions you are not supposed to draw.
Total 4 marks question, but main figure.
So there 1 mark you have for rough diagram.
Rough diagram, and
half to 1 mark they give for rough diagram, and remaining they give for the stepwise marking they give. Mostly for 4 mark only carry rough diagram carries marks.
No, any work is required, any calculation is required in that.
Analysis part, na? You are talking about.
Analysis
not no analysis. What happens? See, in question number 10, exercise 4.1, the first question and the third question. There what happens? You have to draw. Their marking is there for that and a calculation part.
Okay.
Because they are they have given values of only one triangle. So that first triangle when you draw, you get 1 mark for that. And for the second triangle to draw, we have to find the values. So each value there, half a mark is there. And then you draw the fair diagram for the second triangle. So there how the mark is distributed. The first triangle whose values are given, that you have to draw first, that carries half to 1 mark. Depends from every person to person, every exam to exam. Then every value, like see a side value you get half mark, angle value you get half mark. And then the new triangle you draw, that carries 1 mark or half mark. That way. Only for that you require analysis. And tell students for every sum, no need to waste time in drawing rough diagram. Only question number 4 is you are there expected to draw rough diagram.
Okay. Okay.
And even construction one, no need to tell them not to rubbing, erasing lot of things. Don't make that by erasing, don't make the diagram untidy. It should be clear. The arcs and all should be clearly seen. And the main suppose tangent is there. And the tangent you're drawing, some students what they do, they draw the tangent very lightly, and the other arc they do looks dark. It should be reversed.
Tangent is line. That line marking arrow is also very important.
The perpendicular sign you have to draw, that is important. And arrow in the end. Perpendicular sign also is important. That sometimes the teachers cut mark for half mark for that.
Right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Any more queries, teachers?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Amit, sir.
Yeah.
I think so. I know
sir,
you, sir.
Yeah, sir. I knew you, sir. Nice to see you, sir. Sir, one more query is there from the students' point of view. They say that construction sums, the diagram which has been drawn, so it has a marks or doesn't have marks. So it doesn't have a rough figure, doesn't have marks. But if they draw it, it will be better for the students. And when they draw the perpendicular bisector, so they don't give the markings over there. Both the segment is perpendicular bisector, so they are
congruent mark, congruent mark sign. Okay.
So the students lose the marks over there, but when we say so the students realize the things. So that's the things I wanted to clear it off. So that's the thing, sir. And secondly, if that is a good session, sir. And exactly if the diagrams which are there in question number 2, question number 3, wherever it's been required. So if the child draw the diagram and answer the things, so it will be easy for the examiner to check the papers. And it will be
that I told you diagram. I told you that only diagrams are compulsory. Even if they don't write the given 2 crores is okay, but diagram for question number 2 is compulsory. Geometry diagrams are compulsory. Wherever possible, draw diagram, because whatever the examiner feels very easy to check, because question papers are not available in PE. So when you have the diagram, you can draw the diagram, and then only for construction, what I told them, that question number 4 only carries marks for a diagram. Question number 3, question number 2 doesn't carry mark for it. But geometry, other all questions, when circle sum, similarity sum, Pythagoras sum, wherever possible, draw diagrams.
Yes, sir. That's the things. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
I think the comment section is on for students. So if you have any queries, kindly put it in the YouTube chats and sir will answer those. Sir, in the meantime, can you please repeat the important chapters, the name of the important chapters in both geometry and algebra?
Algebra, I told them that linear equation with 2 variables. Second is your quadratic equation and statistics. These 3 are the 3 important chapters, because they carry nearly 12 to 13 marks. While the 4, then I told them probability is there and arithmetic progression is there. They are the next important chapters, 8 to 10 marks. And last, the least important one is financial planning. That way. And same in geometry, similarity, circle, and mensuration. These are the 3 important topics. They are the heavyweight topics, followed by construction. And the least important we got is Pythagoras and coordinate geometry. Correct? These are the least important chapters. So whenever you practice algebra, first do these heavyweight topics like linear equation, quadratic equation, statistics. Linear equation, quadratic equation, statistics. Then fourth, you'll do arithmetic progression, probability, and last you'll practice what are the chapters left? Financial planning. And same way in geometry, when you practice, start with similarity, circle, mensuration, and then arithmetic progression, probability. Probability is more easier. You can do probability first and then go to arithmetic progression. And last, you can go for financial planning. That is the important topics. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, thank you. Sir, can we just tilt the camera a bit lower? Okay, thank you.
And geometry, wherever possible, try to draw diagrams, because when the diagram is there, the person checking find is very easy. Theorem compulsory diagram you have to draw. If there is no diagram, you will be getting 0 marks. You have to draw a rough diagram. I told you, if you draw, it's better. But for 4 marks only, rough diagram carries marks. 4 mark question only, rough diagram carries mark. For 2 mark, 3 mark, rough diagram doesn't carry marks. But for creating impression or presentation purpose, you can draw rough diagram wherever possible. But suppose you don't get time in the exam, what you do? You first draw rough diagram for 4 mark question only. And suppose in the end you get time, you can go for 3 mark and 2 mark draw rough diagram. Okay. But for 4 mark, draw rough diagram. 4 mark question, rough diagram is necessary. Their marks are allotted for rough diagram. Okay. No, rough work, what happened now? See, side what places, side page gap space is less. It becomes very untidy, and the person also cannot. It is better what you do. You can write whenever you start a paper, last page and the top you can write rough work, and all rough work you do there only. So the remaining sums, the page will look attractive. Important cancellation all you can do there in the same sum itself only, but rough work like multiplication, division, all do in the last page. Let heading rough work and all the rough work do on the last page. See, question number 4 and question number 5 in algebra also, in geometry also, they are related to problem set sums only. It's not that much difficult also. But see what happened now. Algebra, if you see, one sum is expected from to come of histogram or frequency polygon. So if you know to draw a histogram and frequency polygon, if they give you any number, you will be able to draw. So histogram, statistics, histogram, frequency polygon, you have to practice. Same way in construction, similarity by circle and mensuration. They are based on mensuration is fully based on formulas. What type of sums can come for 4 mark from mensuration? This thing is converted to this thing. So how many can be made? So that what you do, you find the volume of the bigger one, find the volume of the smaller one, and divide and get the answer. So like this type of sum will come. Or what they do, they tell this thing is converted to this thing. One thing's volume they give you, other thing we have to find out. So volume will be same. When one thing is converted to other thing, the volumes are same. So like this simple logical sum comes. So that you can attempt. In construction also, that first chapter, first exercise 4.1, sums can come for 4 marks. They can change the number and give you. Correct? One sum always comes from this construction lesson also, and one sum also comes from mensuration lesson also. No, it's not necessary to draw the trigonometry table in the paper. Correct? For their reference, if they want, they can do in the last page. Correct? No need to draw, because marks all are not there for that. If they know it by heart, they can directly write it down. If they don't know it, they can make the trigonometry table in the last page by the technique what is taught, and then they can refer it for the sums. Five-mark questions are not there. You have 4-mark and 3-mark questions only. 5-mark question, the old syllabus it was there, but now it is not there. Both the pens are preferred, black pen and blue pen, both are preferred. But my opinion is to do with write with blue pen. The black pen already it blots and it looks very untidy. Cancellation, the paper looks very untidy. Blue pen is better, but you can write with both the pens. Both the pens are preferred, black as well as blue.
Okay, so if there are no further questions, so I think we can wrap up the session. Achha, there are questions.
Scale is not given, histogram spread, then what will happen? Sir, scale is not given. Question. Scale is not given. Scale is not given. You can take by your own scale, no? Means what the blocks what you take, that is your preference. Scale is not given. You can draw by your own scale. Like suppose they don't give you the scale, you can take 5, 10 according to the frequency values what is there. You can make your own scale and draw the diagram. They check according to that only. See, quadratic, similarity, actually exact weightage is not given, but quadratic, linear equation and statistics, they nearly will come for 12 to 13 marks. So they are the heavyweight topics: quadratic, linear equation and statistics. That's why I told you to practice those 3 lessons first. Every question what you do, write on a new page, because it creates the paper becomes more presentable. Question number 1A, MCQs write in one page, because you got a 20 pages answer book. There are a lot of pages available in that, and plus supplement also are available. But 20 pages answer only can finish everything. Question number 1A write in one page. Question number 1B starts a new page. If question number 1B gets over in the middle of page, middle of the page, question number 2A start from a fresh page. Every question start from a, whether it's A, B, C, anything, start from a fresh page.
Any further queries, teachers?
Solved example practicing important. Sometimes what happens, the solved example only comes for 4 marks. There are very good solved examples in algebra also and geometry also, which are good to come for 4 marks. So practicing solved example is important. In fill in the blanks, we should write on dash or below the question. Fill in the blanks, that MCQs I told you what you do. Suppose question number 1 MCQ, the correct answer is say B. So write B, question number 1 B, and afterwards write the answer of that. B, whatever answer, 44, 144, whatever is given, write that. Correct? So option number and option letter also and the answer also. Both you write down.
Okay, sir. So I think there are no further queries. I think we'll wrap up the session. Rajeshwari, miss, I invite you to kindly express the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, students. This seminar has truly been an enlightening one for all our students as it imparted a lot of knowledge. On behalf of Rahul Group, I would like to thank Santosh Nair, sir, for being amongst us and giving us the knowledge that is really required for our students. Today, our students have really got a deep insight into the topic and known for some interesting facts. Also, the motivation and encouragement given means a lot. It would be like to thank our teachers and our IT team for making all the arrangements. I also thank Sanjay sir for making this arrangement possible. I also thank Shriman for making this arrangement possible. Thank you to all my dear students for attending this seminar and being attentive. I'm sure this will prove to be a great benefit to you. I would like to end my words here. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.